Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you that are new here, welcome. I'm Liz. So while I was editing this, I realized that I was talking super slow. So I was gonna, re-record it, but then thought about it and this is what depression looks like. This was a really depressive day for me. They happen every once in a while, so I let it go. Very nice to meet you. And for those of you that are part of the Salisbury Ever After family, welcome back. Go ahead and like and subscribe to this video. Click on the little bell to get the notification so you know whenever I post. It should be every Wednesday and Monday, but who the hell knows, it might be another day. I don't know. Let's see what happens. So if you clicked on this video, you already know that I'm going to be talking about my keto journey and how my anxiety, depression, and emotional eating has affected it. So just a little bit of background. I've had depression since I could remember, to be honest. It's actually not just depression, it's called dysthymia. I will put a little definition right here. But dysthymia, it's a little bit more intense than depression. It's kind of constant every day. Some days are intense, some days not so much, but it's there pretty much every day. My anxiety I've had since about age 12 was my first anxiety attack, and I've learned to deal with that over time. Sorry, my dog's making noise. But yes, I've had anxiety for a while. 12 years old was my first anxiety attack, and it's taking me a few years to really grasp the concept of controlling my anxiety so that I can live a normal, relaxed life, I guess. But being on keto, I've noticed that it's really hard when I'm feeling super anxious, and it's really, really hard when I'm feeling super depressed. And so I'll go through each one just so that it makes sense. So depression, not on keto, just a regular day. When my depression is really bad, one day I can take 30 minutes to 2 hours to get myself out of bed. And that's really hard, especially when you're working and you have kids, and it's literally like an internal conflict to like make myself get up. And also that affects my emotional eating. Some people, when they're depressed, they don't eat, and some people, when they're depressed, they eat a lot. And for me, whenever I'm feeling super down, I just have an I don't care attitude, and I tend to eat a lot. And that happened to me on Thursday of this week because I was feeling super overwhelmed. I was really down that day. I was really down that day, and before I got home, I noticed the sign for McDonald's, and I went and I got a soda, which is not keto. I got a McChicken with cheese, and I added bacon, and I ate the buns. I also got fries, which is not keto, and that was really my biggest cheat, I feel. And the worst part is that I felt worse after eating it. So while I'm eating it, I feel better, and it makes me not so down on myself. And then I finish eating and I realize what I just did, and like a sense of guilt and regret overcomes me. And that's pretty common for people that are emotional eaters. And I only do that when it's a really, really bad day, so that's rare. But then I turned it around with my dinner and made sure that I stopped eating at a certain time. And, you know, we always have the next day. It's sometimes, you know, we just have bad days and we just worry about it one day at a time and take care of it like that. And that's really how I live my life. I worry about things, you know, day by day. I get through one day, go to sleep, get up, get through another day. Of course, I plan ahead and I plan for the future. But when it's a really tough day for me, I just worry about getting through that day without having a major meltdown, which sounds super dramatic now that I said it out loud. But anyways, for anxiety, when I'm anxious, I tend to have a lot of cravings, but I'm a lot better at not giving into my cravings when it's just anxiety. But I do realize that when I'm super anxious, it's harder for me to take my time eating because I'm stressed out, I'm overwhelmed, I'm trying to get through something. So I'll like eat really fast, which ends up making me feel a little sick. So I've noticed that. And what does this have to do with keto? So the reason why I feel like for me keto is going to really be a challenge is because when I get challenged as far as what I'm eating, when I'm eating things like that, it's usually because of either my anxiety or depression that is affecting me in that moment that makes me make really bad decisions. Well, not makes me make, I just allow myself to make these bad decisions because I have that I don't care attitude that I tend to get when I'm feeling super low. And it's also doesn't help when I'm feeling super low that I give in to these thoughts and feelings, because then I'm super hard on myself on the fact that I did that and I cheated, and then I perseverate on those thoughts and that makes me feel worse. So I'm working on honing in on those feelings and trying to get that under control, because this is an avenue that I've never actually had to deal with my depression and anxiety, because work has affected that, having children has affected that, other things have affected or have been affected by my depression and anxiety, and I've been able to cope with it, but never weight loss. And so it's really interesting how this is making me have like internal and mental kind of feelings and thoughts, because it's weight loss. It shouldn't really be that deep, but I guess it is, because I am kind of changing my mindset and changing the way I think about food and not looking to food as something to make me feel better, and realizing that in the end it really doesn't make me feel better. So that's kind of an eye-opener, and keto is really forcing me to think of different ways to make myself feel better in the moment that doesn't involve food, which is new for me, because I've always been that person that said, if they make my size, I don't care how big I get. If someone doesn't love me because of my size, then they're not the one for me, and all this stuff. And now I'm thinking like, girl, you're always huffing and puffing and you can't run, and going up a flight of stairs is really hard, and your back hurts and your hips hurt from all this weight, and I get restless leg syndrome in my sleep because of lack of circulation in my legs, like, and this is all due to weight. It's all due to being out of shape. It's all due to all this stuff that I really didn't care about before, and now that I'm trying, I'm realizing, wow, this is really a problem. So, said all that to say, this is more than just a weight loss journey. I'm realizing this is more of like a life-changing, get it together type of journey for me, because I have to change a lot more than just what I'm eating, but I have to really think about why I'm choosing to eat what I'm eating, and what benefit does it give me to eat a large fry and 6 chicken wings. Like, why does that make me feel good, and what is it that I'm trying to suppress by eating these foods that I know are bad for me? So it's just some food for thought. Corny. funny, I know. Just some food for thought. And like I said, I want to keep you guys in the loop. I want to keep you guys informed. This is not just a numbers thing. This is an overall gotta change my habits type of situation. So if you guys are still watching, I really do appreciate you guys sticking with me and going through this with me. And even though there's no comments on the videos, I do get comments on my social media. So in my profile, you'll see my Instagram and my Facebook, my Instagram, my Twitter, and I'll also add my Instagram, my Twitter, and all my videos so that you guys can message me and talk to me outside of the comment box. But if you want to leave a comment, go ahead. Like I said, any suggestions or requests for information, I'll gladly do that. And someone has already suggested that I do that, so that video is coming anyways. But let's start a conversation. Let's make this more than just about the numbers, because it's not just about the numbers. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one.
Like, comment, subscribe.